Welcome into the DNVR Rockies Podcast. I am your host, Suzie Hunter, and I am live in Albuquerque. We have Tiffany back in Denver, of course, producing and making the show happen. Hello, girl. How you doing? But yeah, we are in Albuquerque. I'm in Albuquerque. We've got some really fun stuff to talk about. Of course, while the Rockies are facing off against the Diamondbacks, their AAA clubs are facing each other, respectively. So pretty cool. It was a pretty wild game here last night. But the thing that we absolutely need to talk about first, which I think is one of the most interesting things happening, not just in Albuquerque, but in the minors this week, they have changed the ABS system, the robo-ump system. They've changed how they are measuring strike zones starting as of yesterday. And they're also adjusting the pitch clock a little bit. They're trying things out. That is the deal here down in the minors. Major League Baseball has been just trying things out. Pretty interesting. But yeah, let's talk about the pitch clock first. So we've just kind of gotten used to the pitch clock this season. But now they've changed it so it's 17 seconds no matter what, whether there's a runner on, whether there's no runner on. So that's definitely something different. But the ABS, the automatic ball strike system, that is something that we're probably going to see in Major League Baseball in, a year or two, maybe not next year because there's so much technology involved. It's a little more complicated than just adding in a pitch clock. But the ABS system, they have changed the way that they are measuring the strike zone. So it used to be a percentage, based on, the size of the person at the plate. But now they're doing it. I'm going to read off of this so I don't mess it up. They're changing the way they're determining the zone. It's now using data from the batter's recent plate appearances. So it's going to go from the back of the knee to about 5.5 inches above the bottom of the belt. Very specific, but that is how they're measuring the strike zone from this point forward for the rest of the minor league season. And the other thing I didn't realize, they're trying two different ways of using the ABS down here. So the first 3 games of each series, it's full ABS. It is just the robo-ump calling balls and strikes. And then for the final 3 games of each series, it's the challenge system where the home plate umpire will call balls and strikes. And the team can challenge calls, but the ABS will be the decider of whether the call was correct or not. Very fascinating stuff. Definitely stuff that we're going to see in the majors in the next couple of years. And also, I will add this, Josh Sushon will join the show for Friday, the little Friday pregame show before the Giants game, but he will kind of fill us in on what this ABS has looked like all season, because it's a big deal. We're going to see it in the majors. We definitely need to talk about it. All right. So one of the reasons I wanted to come down here to Albuquerque was to talk to a lot of these players that we don't get to see up in Denver, or maybe players that we haven't talked to since spring training. But one of the guys we absolutely needed to catch up with was Aaron Schunk. He's had some really good games. He's struggled a little bit this season, but he's amazing to talk to. But Tiff, are we ready to roll that interview? She says yes. All right, so here's my conversation with Isotopes player Aaron Schunk. We have Aaron Schunk joining the pod now. Aaron, how are you doing? How are you enjoying these dog days here in Albuquerque?
Enjoying it. Thanks for having me on. But we're having fun out here. Just kind of trying to come together as a group of guys, and we're hurting a little bit. We're down a bunch of guys, but finding ways to have fun and keep it interesting.
I was gonna say, I've been watching you guys, warm up, stretch, all of that. You have a really special group down here. It seems like you guys are actually just genuinely having such a good time.
Yeah. We've got a fairly young group, so a lot of guys are meshing together, and then we've got some older guys that are bringing a lot of wisdom and a lot of fun and trying to keep it loose. So we're enjoying it right now.
Gotta keep it loose.
Yep.
Gotta keep it loose.
Keep
I want to talk about your walk-up song, Brass Monkey, because it kind of rhymes with your name. How did you pick this as a walk-up song? Because it's 10 years older than you.
Yeah, so my dad's a big Beastie Boys fan.
Yeah.
And growing up, I had Monkey as a nickname for a long time because of my last name. So Shunky Monkey worked. And in high school, my dad and I listened to a lot of music together, and we were like, going through what might be a good walk-up song, and the Beastie Boys came on, and that song came on. I was like, man, this could work. And we played it at the stadium my freshman year, and I was like, all right, like, might build a brand around that. So it's been the same walk-up song high school, college, and all my years in pro ball. So
let's build a brand. I love that you were already thinking about what brand am I going to build, even as a high school kid.
yeah. So my dad and I spent a lot of time like bonding over music, and so that was a good way to do it.
Yeah. Can I ask, what year was your dad born?
My dad was born in '67.
Okay.
So he grew up like in the prime time for those bands. And
the math is mathing.
He's always loved kind of the classic rock, some of the funky rock stuff, and so I grew up not listening to country music and listening to all kind of like old school rock, and the Beastie Boys fit pretty well for a fun baseball song.
Well, I was going to say, you work in baseball now here as a player. I'm sure you listen to a lot of country music now.
Yes, a lot of country music, especially down in Athens. That was kind of the only pregame music. So I got my country fix in, and I'm working my way into the country music scene. So.
Ooh, do you have any like favorites right now?
Recently, the song I haven't been able to get out of my head is White Horse by Chris Stapleton. So that's been a recent find that I've been on repeat. So
I was hoping you were going to say White Horse by Taylor Swift.
No. My wife is a Swiftie, but no Taylor Swift in the country genre for me right now. So.
Oh my gosh, good to know. You know what, you are closely related to a Swiftie, so that's enough for me. Now I know you've opened up kind of recently about the mental struggle of getting through a season like this where things aren't necessarily working the way you want them to. How are you feeling mentally right now at this point in the season?
Yeah, good. I mean, I feel like I've put together a good year, and this group's been a lot of fun to be with, and I've got a lot of good close guys on close friends on the team. So it's easy to talk about stuff, and I feel like in professional sports around the country, I feel like more people are getting aware of the mental side of stuff. So I feel like we've had a really good group, and we've got some really good people up top. Doug Chadwick's been a big helper of mine. So feeling good right now. We're got a couple weeks left, but just trying to finish strong and have fun with it. So
yeah, actually that was my next question. Do you feel like it's easier for players to be open about their mental health, like with either resources from the team or with each other? Because I feel like, up in Colorado, we've seen a lot of that. We've heard about it from other teams. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think for a long time in sports, we've kind of had the idea of like, you need to go out there and be a lion and be this fortress at all times, and it can wear on you at night. A lot of people don't understand that the people that they're watching play games are human too, and so when you have a bad day at work and you have a bad day at any point in your life, like we go through that too. So and making mistakes on the field and giving up runs and errors and costing games, that weighs on us a lot more than it weighs on you as a fan. So just knowing that everybody out there is also a person, I think can open some stuff up for the fans, and realize that it's a hard game, and pretty much any professional sport, nobody's out there trying to fail. So having the resources up top at each level has been really beneficial, and I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you give it a name or a voice, you're able to kind of conquer it in your own mind as well.
Yeah, well, we appreciate you talking about it, because we love when you guys are able to share how you're feeling. You're people.
Yep.
It's crazy that people forget that you're people.
Yep. A lot of people think we're just robots out there and don't make mistakes and have to be perfect. So.
Oh my gosh, wait, speaking of robots, one last thing. You've been working with the automatic ball system,
yes.
And that's something that we're so curious about, because we don't see it day in and day out. How has it been?
It was definitely frustrating at the beginning of the year. I think everybody's kind of adjusted to life with it now. I think today's the first day that we're adding some new rules in with the ABS system as well. So we'll see how that goes. But I think everybody's adjusted pretty well to it. I think everybody could think of some tweaks for it. The pitchers probably want the zone to be a little bit bigger, and I think hitters want a little bit more time in the box. But I think they're working out what they're trying to figure out what they want. So.
Well, I'm excited to see it down here because I haven't actually seen it in person yet. I'm fascinated. Now, we're pretty close to the off season. Hopefully, a little later rather than sooner. I think you guys have a good thing going on in terms of the postseason. What do you do in the off season? What does your life look like?
Well, this year, the second week of the off season, my wife and I are getting a puppy. So.
Oh my gosh!
October 7th is puppy pickup day for us. So we're really looking forward to that.
Got my gosh! Congratulations!
A female yellow British lab on the way, so
that'll be fun.
Yeah, just turned 3 weeks old. But other than that, I do a lot of fly fishing. I do a lot of hunting with my brother-in-law. So find a way to stay busy, and then as we get closer, obviously getting into workouts, and then back into hitting and chomping at the bit to get out back to Arizona. All
right. Well, I'm chomping at the bit to see you guys out on the field here at Isotopes Park. But thank you so much for chatting with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
I know. Tiffany, do you know that song? Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Do you know that song? Yes or no?
I do.
You do? Okay. I don't know what the kids know and don't know these days.
I was also thinking White Horse when he said that earlier, so I'm same wavelength.
Okay, we're on the same wavelength. You saw my face light up if you're watching us on YouTube. Like when he said White Horse, I was like, oh, never mind. Never mind.
Not a Swiftie.
I will live a long, happy life after this hardship. We are so stoked to talk about Breckenridge Distillery real fast. We'll just talk about it. We were doing shot skis of Breck Distillery at our tailgate, at our most recent tailgate. And we've got more tailgates coming up, but they are an award-winning distillery right here in Colorado. They are local. They are amazing. They, and right now they have a battle of Bronco blends, the Ed McCaffrey versus Alfred Williams. So vote on your favorite and win Breck Distillery and Bronco swag. So to enter, go to breckenridge-distillery.com/bourbon-of-Denver-Broncos. So what you could win 2 tickets to the Breckenridge Bourbon Whiskey Suite. A suite, you guys, for Broncos versus Chargers. That's on New Year's Eve day. So you can do it by posting your favorite Broncos photos on Instagram and Facebook using the hashtag Broncos Bourbon. And on December 1st, it'll be narrowed down to 10 favorites. So you've got some time to figure out what you're going to do, what you're going to post to win this contest, but you better start thinking about it. But yeah, they've got so much great stuff going on, including the Riki seltzers made with Breck spirits. I'm such a seltzer girly, so I love that Breck is offering this. But yes, Breckenridge Distillery, more than award-winning spirits. They also offer an immersive guest experience. They've got a high-quality restaurant out there, and they're out there at the DNVR tailgates. They're going to be out there all season long, so be sure to grab a taster. They've got some really good stuff. All right, so Breckenridge products available in all 50 states, so shop your local retailer or visit BreckenridgeDistillery.com for home delivery of award-winning Breckenridge spirits. All right, we mentioned our tailgates. That's right, because it's freaking football season. NFL is back. Can you believe you all made it 7 months without an NFL game? Well, over here, we are all about DraftKings Sportsbook, of course, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. They are offering some can't-miss deals for this week. This week, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets instantly if you bet just $5 on any NFL game. And DraftKings is hooking everyone up with game day greatness. All customers can take advantage of 2 new offers every single game day this September. So check the app to see which offer you will get. Pretty cool stuff. So download the app now. Use code DNVR to sign up. New customers can take home $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's code DNVR only on DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the NFL. Get that crown. It's yours. All right. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please gamble responsibly. In Kansas, on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, 21 plus, age varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. See dkng.co/football for eligibility, terms, and responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. All right. Glad we got that out of the way. Let's talk more about all the fun stuff happening down here in Albuquerque. So, yeah, game last night, super close. The Isotopes had a nice little ninth inning rally that came up a little short, but there were some guys who were really showing off. First of all, we have to talk about Jimmy Herron. Jimmy Herron hit a home run, a 2-run homer in the third, and then hit an RBI single in that ninth inning rally. Super fun stuff. We also saw, William McIver had a sac fly. That was pretty fun. We also saw the return of Michael Toglia. Michael Toglia literally just got sent down to Albuquerque. It was his first game back yesterday. Here's the thing. He hasn't been in Albuquerque since July 9th, so it's been a while. He didn't have any hits, but he did have 3 walks, which I think is pretty good considering one of the things that he needs to work on is plate discipline. But he got those 3 walks in there. That extended his on-base streak with the Isotopes to 26 games. So pretty cool. Yeah, those streaks, they continue no matter what. Even if you go up to the majors, come back, your Isotopes streak still stays intact. All right. Speaking of Isotopes, though, we do have I was going to mention Jordan Lawler, huge prospect for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Oh yeah, hit 2 home runs off of the Isotopes. We also saw Tanner Gordon got the start yesterday. He was one of the pitchers who came over in the trade for Pierce Johnson. So another piece of that trade. The other piece of that trade, of course, is Victor Vodnik. So I'm going to try to talk to both of these guys at some point while I'm down here. But other than that, I mean, he did get the loss. Let's talk about the transactions that happened yesterday, though. So Michael Toglia sent down, and then Cole Tucker was set up to Colorado. And then Coco Montez DFA'd. So that's rough. That was rough to see. Cole Tucker, of course, was DFA'd earlier in the season. So, in order to put him back on the 40-man, they had to drop someone. It ended up being Coco Montez. A lot of people down here are kind of scratching their heads about this move. So even though Cole Tucker was doing really well up in Colorado when he did get DFA'd and ultimately ended up back in Albuquerque, he's kind of had a little bit of a slump lately. I think something close to just like 0 for 20 in his last several at-bats. Pretty rough. But he was doing really well up in Colorado. We'll see what happens. But yeah, definitely one of the more surprising transactions. I think some people were pretty surprised by it. All right. We also have some, speaking of guys that I'm talking to, we got a chance to catch up with Wynton Bernard. Wynton Bernard has so much going on. He always has a ton going on. Probably the most interesting man in the Rockies organization. But we had a great conversation. Tiff, are you ready for that? She's given me the thumbs up, which I love. All right, so here is my conversation with Rockies minor leaguer, Isotopes outfielder, Wynton Bernard. Joining the pod, we have a very good friend of the pod. I consider you a friend of the pod. Right. Wynton Bernard, back in Albuquerque. You've been up here for how long at this point?
Oh my gosh. Oh, this year or in total? I think it's been about 2 or 3 months.
Okay, yeah. So you're back.
I'm back.
You're back, and you are a fan favorite here.
Oh, I love this place. I love this place, and the kids, everybody, and the fans. I get along with everybody. I love it.
Oh my gosh. Well, we love to see you back. How is it? Just like, we talked to you right after you came back to the organization. How has it been, I guess, adjusting back with some new faces around here?
Yeah, I was surprised when I came back because the past 2 years, I had some experience with some players, and then I remember we went to OKC, and Brian Serban was like, was anybody on the 21 team with us? I'm like, no, it's all new faces, but actually we played it with each other a lot in spring training, so I know a lot of the guys already. So it's been real good.
That's awesome. I love to hear that. I feel like you're always doing some interesting stuff. You're making music, maybe owning escape rooms. What hobbies do you have right now that we should know about?
Oh my gosh, I really am. Latest hobby is I just got an e-bike. I put it together, and I've been cruising around the cities. It's just random. I'm always doing. I'm always up to something. So I got a little e-bike and just been running around on that thing.
Oh my gosh! So you're not about the scoot life, because I know a lot of guys are about scoot life.
Okay, so in the beginning of the season in Buffalo, I got a scooter, and wouldn't you know it, everybody got a scooter after that. We had like 8 guys on the team, and we were all cruising all over the place.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, trendsetter. So all over Buffalo, if you saw people riding scooters, it was the Buffalo Bisons. And then when I got here, I couldn't scooter, 18 miles of the field, so I got a little e-bike. I don't go to the field, but I like going around.
Yeah. Okay, I was going to say, that's still a really long ride.
I know. Yeah, I wouldn't go all the way. Actually, I might try it. I might try it once.
Wait for the end of the season, okay? I don't want any mishaps happening. I don't want, your leg falls off, and then they're like, Suzie, why did you ruin Wynton Bernard's life and the Isotopes season?
You're right.
I don't want that for me.
Okay.
Or for you.
I'm going to say you did it.
I hate it. Yeah, so can we talk about the escape room situation?
Oh, yeah.
Also did not know you were such an entrepreneur.
I know, right? Well, it was an idea we came up with 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we're like, we should start one of these things. And so we started one in Pittsburgh. It was basically my brother running it. He was basically the one mostly involved because I'm during the season and stuff. But it was real cool. It was a sports themed escape room. And naturally, we had to do a baseball themed room. And then unfortunately we shut down because of COVID. But everybody in the city absolutely loved it. We had guys from the Pirates come, guys from the Steelers, guys from the Penguins. Everybody was coming over there, and they were loving the escape room.
A real who's who.
I know.
Real who's who.
It was so cool.
Damn the pandemic.
I know. It was called Murder at Home Plate, and then we had to switch it because that sounded a little aggressive. And so we toned it down a little bit, but it was good.
I'm glad you toned it down a little bit.
Some of the parents were like, murder? I was like, no, it's not really murder. Well, kind of. I don't know.
So wait, when you start an escape room, do you pick a plot for the story?
Yeah.
Is that? I've actually never even done an escape room.
You've never done one?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Because they scare me.
Yeah.
So you pick a plot. It's kind of like a murder mystery kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So was someone actually murdered at home plate? Or was it a crime happened?
It was a crime happened, and
Okay.
you have to figure out who did it.
Okay.
So we have all these clues inside the escape room and who did it and stuff, and so yeah, it was real cool. Unfortunately, like I said, we shut down. It was a good family business. Everybody loved it. But
Yeah.
if COVID didn't happen, it would have still been up and running.
Damn. Would you ever go into that kind of business again?
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always dibble dabble and everything, you know what I mean? As long as it's fun, if it's something fun, I'm doing it, you know?
Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so we're here in September, the season's winding down. What does the off season look like for you?
Probably more baseball. I just love baseball so much, so I didn't get to play winter ball last year, but I think I'm gonna try to play this year, and I don't know which country or where. I know I played in Mexico before. I played in 4 different countries, but the first month I'll probably take a little break, go to San Diego, relax the body, and then after that it's time to go play again.
Yeah, you can't be down for too long.
No,
you simply can't.
I can't. I'm just addicted to this thing. It's people were like, "Man, you love it." I was like, "Yeah, I just do." It's just something about baseball. I just really have a passion for it.
Well, good. You're in the right line of work.
Yeah, I guess so.
It sounds like you're in the correct line of work. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining the pod. I appreciate it. Best of luck with the rest of the season.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me back on. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Always so great to talk to Wynton Bernard. Would be super fun to see him up with Colorado again at some point this season. We'll see. Real fast, let's talk about our friends at Shady Rays. All right. My Shady Rays have been doing me some well here in Albuquerque, where it's super hot and super sunny. And the weather is kind of like if Phoenix and Denver had a baby. That's what it's like. So it's super hot during the day here. But I got my Shady Rays to protect my beautiful eyes from the sun. But Shady Rays is our favorite independent sunglasses company. They have the absolute best protection plan in all of eyewear. If you lose or break them, they are going to replace them. No questions asked. So you can do whatever activities you were trying to do with the peace of mind knowing if you break your sunglasses, they will send you a brand new pair. And the good news is Shady Rays, they are offering such a great deal for our listeners. If you go to shadyrays.com and use code DNVR, you are getting 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses. So listen, try them for yourself. You can get them, and if you don't like them, you can return them within 30 days. You can try them on at the Park Meadows Mall. They've got a store there. But go to shadyrays.com. See if you find anything you like. Use code DNVR, 50% off 2 or more pairs. Basically, buy one, get one. So try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by more than 250,000 people. All right. And you know what? It would be so crazy if we didn't mention our friends at Game Time, of course. You are going to find the absolute best deals on tickets from Game Time, especially last-minute deals. So you don't have to be stressed about buying tickets. You don't have to be stressed about, oh, I didn't plan to go to this event. Guess what? You are going to get the best last-minute deals, especially if you wait closer to first pitch. At any baseball game, wait closer to kickoff, you were going to find deals up to 60% off. I think someone at our company, maybe it was Vote, said that it was like, this guy's got a ticket that he can't use and you need a ticket. This is like the Tinder of getting you guys together for a ticket. So download the Game Time app. If you use code DNVR when you sign up for an account, you are saving $20 off your first purchase. So in some cases, you can get some Rockies tickets for super cheap. That could pay for the whole dang group of you to go to a Rockies game. But yeah, use code DNVR when you sign up for a Game Time account. Download that app. Terms do apply, but creating the account and downloading the app is the most important part. Use code DNVR, but download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I wonder how the ticket prices were down in Arizona. We'll talk about that game a little bit since it was a pretty interesting one. The Rockies won, and they haven't been winning a lot lately, and it's been very frustrating for them, for us. But that game was a pretty good one. We saw Nolan Jones with an RBI double, Ezekiel Tovar with another stolen base. We saw Charlie Blackmon score on a sacrifice fly. Corbin Carroll also hit a sac fly. So that was the 4th inning, the last time anyone scored in this game. So it was a pretty quiet game after that. But Kyle Freeland did go 6 innings. Kyle Freeland went 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, just 2 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. So nice to see him kind of getting back into the groove, especially because he's been in a little bit of a funk lately. But we love a 3-2 win over Arizona. Those Diamondbacks, of course, are fighting tooth and nail for a playoff spot. So we know they didn't make it easy for them. All right. We're here in Albuquerque, though. I want to talk about some of my favorite things that I've seen in Albuquerque so far. It's been so much fun. First of all, it's a very Simpsons themed park. So they have Simpsons statues that you can sit with and pose with. They're all over the park. Here's a couple of them. There's Lisa, there's Marge with a giant Pepsi. Got to represent the sponsors. I think these are adorable. Look how cute. And people can take pictures with them. The other thing, so Orbit is the mascot here. He's so goofy. He's like this big weird alien. But there's a promotion. It's not like some ballparks do, the races, like the Yard Goats have the baby goat race. The Isotopes have this thing where Orbit will lead them in a dance. So it looks a little like a ritual, but it's actually just so cute and funny. Here it is. So it's these little kids. There's always one who has no idea what's going on. To be fair, I don't think I know what's going on, but it's adorable. But also, the other favorite thing, this is my third favorite thing. Piper, who works for the Isotopes, gave me this. It's my first Isotopes game pin. The fan experience here really is so much freaking fun. Yeah, so I have a pin. I have a souvenir. We love souvenirs. Oh, Michael in the chat. Enjoy Albuquerque. Thank you. I will. I currently am. I've had so much good food, so much good
So much good green chili. It's been a lot of fun. We got to talk about, before we're going to wind down a little bit, let's just mention Breck Brew right now. The brew of the month of the DNVR bar is the Broncos Country Pale Ale, because guess what? It's Broncos season. We are just days away from all of this really kicking off. But of course, we have to mention that Breck is a proud sponsor of our DNVR Rockies Takeover, which is coming up on September 16th. That'll be so much fun. But yeah, Breck Brew, let's talk about them. They've been with DNVR since day one. Incredible brews for every occasion, for everything you need to drink to. But yeah, Broncos season, whether you're celebrating or whether you're lamenting, however this all goes down. But yeah, nothing a beer can't fix. Head to breckbrew.com for the Breck Brew locator so you can find where you can grab a case near you. But again, the beer of the month is the Broncos Country Pale Ale. What that means is that you can get that for $6, a whole pint of it, at the DNVR bar at the corner of Colfax and York. Jeremy in the chats, the DNVR ABQ crossover we needed. That's right. And I am going to be getting so much more content down here. I'm going to talk to Josh Sushan, who I think you can actually see over my shoulder. He's a few booths down from me. I will talk to him in a little bit, and that'll run on Friday. Really, we need to know more about the ins and outs of this ABS system. I need to check out Mariachi's Night. It's a fun time. And check out the Sandia Tramway. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. So actually, I was looking into the tramway, but the restaurant at the top of it is closed today. So I don't think I'm going to make it, because I kind of wanted to do the restaurant too. We'll see. We'll see what I can make happen. But I'm also so disappointed that I'm not here for a Mariachi's Night. I know. It's a tough time to be me. No, I'm having a great time down here in Albuquerque, though. This has been an absolute blast. We're going to wrap up this show so I can get down and talk to some guys down here. If you have any requests, let me know. Hit me up in the chat. But yeah, you can find us on Twitter at DNVR_Rockies. You can find me at the Suzie Hunter on all platforms. And what I like to say about closing out a show, there's no right way to do it. I will talk to you guys on Friday, but Patrick will be on post game to break down this Arizona series. But I will talk to you guys very soon.